Oh man, cruising sucks.
Yeah, I don't want to cruise anymore. It's too stressful. It's too much.
Hi everyone!
Hello and welcome to the library in the Royal Princess. Our episode today is not about books.
No.
No, not right now. Maybe in the future, not right now. Our episode is about the downsides of cruising.
Yeah, cruising is a great way to vacation, but...
As with many things in life, nothing is perfect. As much as we love cruising, there are downsides.
Yep. In this episode, we're hoping that, we could enlighten those who are considering going on a cruise.
Yeah, so let's start with our list here. Listen to each item there and see how important they are to you as a first-time cruiser.
I still think, though, that everyone should go on a cruise just to try it out. But, so, listen and learn.
Alright, so first on our list is...
It can get too busy and it's hard to relax.
Right, so... even if, say, you're on a 7-day... We're just talking about regular cruises here. 7 days, even 14 days. We're not talking about those world cruises or those transatlantic or trans-Pacific cruises, say from Sydney to Alaska, that take 40 days. No, we're not talking about that. Because if you're on a 40-day cruise, there is going to be time to relax, for sure. But if you're...
just on a 7-day cruise. Like
most people who go on cruises will only go for 7 to 14 days maximum. It'll be nearly impossible to find time to relax.
Yeah, because there's every hour there's something going on. Yeah, your schedule is just like you wake up and then it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Right, you wake up in the morning, there's like a kitchen tour, and then there's a cooking demonstration, and then maybe you like bingo, and then there's bingo, and then you have to go on an excursion, let's say, and you're gone for the whole day, and you get back, and everything's happening. You got to go to dinner, and then you got to go to a comedy show, and you got to go to karaoke, and so on and so forth.
And even worse, there are too many things happening, going on at the same time.
And you are going to have to make a lot of sacrifices because, for example...
What are we gonna do tonight?
Or shall we go to the hot tub?
Yeah, but there's karaoke.
And she wants to go to the buffet.
You want to go to the buffet?
But we have been in the bar.
Or get a premium dessert.
Oh my god.
Yeah, cake.
But I wanted to go in the other lounge. I have never seen it.
No, but I want to go to the international cafe. And you want to go to the buffet?
But I want to see that guy with the guitar there. He's singing.
Yeah, but it's all happening at the same time, though.
Well, that's the problem.
We gotta pick something. We gotta pick one.
You never can relax.
And there's karaoke. What time's karaoke? 9:30?
It's in 15 minutes,
But-
so we have to rush in and.
But
rush
wasn't it our plan to go to the hot tub at 10?
Tomorrow.
So how does that work?
Let's go tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow.
No, but tomorrow's the sea day. We have high tea. We have high tea tomorrow.
And it's summer night.
Wow! And we wanted to go to the whiskey presentation.
Yeah. There's the whiskey presentation, and then there's also the platinum thing that we have to attend.
Oh yeah, that's 4:30 to 6.
And there's only 24 hours in a day. What are we gonna do?
No, we cannot go because we have to go to the captain's dinner.
Oh, come on! Ah, come on!
We both like comedy shows and karaoke. The problem is, they always happen at the same time.
So yeah, you have to
We
choose.
always have to sacrifice. It'll be like, I guess tonight we're not going to karaoke, even though I practiced my favorite song because my favorite comedian is
It's on
on.
board. Yeah. So yeah. So
You can't get them all.
and then the third on our list is there's just easy access to too much food and drinks.
Food is basically being shoved down your throat.
So be prepared to gain weight. We're at Good Spirits, and these are amazing bartenders. Paul
Stewards,
and
Paul,
Ariane.
And
So even on our last day, we're drinking here. So we just, as we mentioned, it's non-stop eating and drinking until the last minute. With the alcohol bartenders over here. Good spirits! Woo! Mabuhay!
you think it's easy to control yourself? Trust me, it's not.
Yeah.
Case in point, this morning, we went to the buffet for breakfast, and I was like, sure, I'm gonna just get some fruits. So I went on my way to the fruit aisle. I passed by this pizza aisle, and there's a really good looking slice of pepperoni pizza. So guess what I ended up eating for breakfast? Pizza!
Yeah, and when I talk about access, there's 24/7 access.
You can get food 24 hours a day on this ship.
Because there's room service, so you can order fries, burgers, hot food, appetizers, everything.
Yeah.
So,
Room service. You mentioned the room service, right?
Yeah. So then, the next on our list is rooms and bathrooms are smaller compared to land-based hotels.
Yeah, do not expect your cruise ship cabin or stateroom to be the same size as your hotel cabin.
Yeah.
Or not hotel cabin,
Like
but
hotel
hotel room. Yeah, I'm so used to cruise ships now. Everything's a cabin.
Yeah, so for those who are claustrophobic, your
Or if you
room-
really need your space,
your room,
maybe cruising is not for you.
your
I
cabin,
mean,
is really small.
you could still get rooms that are the same size, but you're gonna have to pay about 3 times, because for you to get the same amount of space that you get in a land-based hotel room, you're gonna upgrade to a suite. It's about 3 times the price.
Yeah.
So yeah, space, and if your cabin is small, imagine how small your bathroom is. You're basically taking a shower in a telephone booth. So
Yeah.
again, if that is an issue for you, if it's a big issue, maybe cruising is not for you.
I mean, it's not an issue for me because I'm petite.
There's a
But-
plus side though when it comes to bathrooms. The water pressure in a cruise ship bathroom is way better than water pressure that you can get in any land-based hotel. Because on a cruise ship you basically have unlimited water, because the ship takes water from the sea, desalinates the water and turns it into fresh water.
Yep. And then there's Wi-Fi and internet connection can be unstable.
Right. Internet connection has gone a long way ever since we started cruising in 2015. I remember in 2015, I was just to upload one photo to social media. It took me about an hour. No, believe it or not, it's true. I'm not kidding you. It took me an hour to upload one photo back in 2015. Now, it's basically instantaneous. It's almost as fast as land-based internet, but
Unstable.
it's unstable. You could be disconnected anytime, and it doesn't last long. You don't stay disconnected. There's no outage. It could just be like a 5-second glitch of, okay, you're disconnected 5 seconds and then you're back. So if you're somebody like me who plays MMORPG or any online game, you could be playing and you're making progress with your game. Say you're playing PvP, and then all of a sudden you get disconnected. All your progress is gone. So it can happen.
I mean, I don't understand why he plays it, but
Yeah, so to you gamers out there, just take note. You might lose your progress while you're playing on a cruise ship.
yeah. Well, internet to begin with is expensive. It's an extra cost. So then,
It
if
is.
it's unreliable, then it can be frustrating.
Yeah, so speed is okay, but connectivity can be unstable.
Yeah. So also the downside of cruising is you have limited time in ports. Like in your destinations, you only get a few hours at each destination. So
Yeah, it's never enough time.
it can feel rushed sometimes if you have an excursion inside a park.
Let's say your ship docks in Cozumel, which is a really, really common stop for cruise ships in the Caribbean, and you want to go to Cancun. Maybe you can spend 2 hours in Cancun and that's it, and you have to take the ferry back to Cozumel.
Yeah.
Because your ship will only stay so long on a cruise. Maybe 8 hours is all you.
So
And if
yeah.
you got to drive to your destination that you wanted to see, then you're really out of time.
So yeah, no deeper exploration of the port or the destination because you're only there a few
It's
hours.
just a sampler.
And related to that is you can't leave anytime because you're on the ship schedule. There's limited flexibility.
Yeah, you can't. In a land-based hotel, you could just leave anytime, any day. You can just, I wanted to explore the pyramids out there in Tulum. Say you're in Mexico, right? Or if you're in Paris, I take the time to get up the top of the Eiffel Tower and take all day. Any day on a cruise ship, you only have your port days to do that. And in the middle of those port days, you have sea days. And when the ship is at sea, there's no way for you to get out. I mean, you can get out, but you're going to end up swimming in the ocean.
Yeah, so say goodbye to spontaneous plans or extended trips or extended stays because not possible.
Everything is planned to the letter.
And then you talked about, you know, when there are sea days, the seas can be rough.
Yeah, I mean, it's rare, but it does happen that cruise ships can get caught in storms. I mean, all it takes is go on YouTube. I mean, you're on YouTube right now watching this video, but if you check out other videos of cruise ships getting caught in storms, it does happen.
Yeah, but even those who are prone for, you know, to motion sickness, you know, I guess some of the people who are prone to motion sickness are preventing them from trying out a cruise because it can be an issue.
Right, and it doesn't even have to be a storm. It can just be seas that are slightly rough because of the, you know, slightly high winds.
Yeah.
And your ship is going to rock a little bit, and some people are more sensitive to that than others.
I mean, bigger ships now have stabilizers, but even then, if
it's never perfectly level. There's the slightest movement, you can feel it with your feet. It's never as stable as Earth because you're on the sea. It's not ground.
Yeah.
It's water.
Yeah. So that's something that you might want to consider. And then there's also the extra costs. You know, while cruises are said to be or advertised to be all-inclusive,
They're not really all-inclusive.
yeah, there's extras like your drink packages, your excursions, specialty dining, and internet like we discussed. You have to pay for that. So
There's quite a bit of nickel and diming going on every move you make. Oh, you're gonna have to pay extra for this. Oh, you're gonna have to pay extra for that. Oh yeah.
But the good thing is you still have your food. Like it's like your room is paid for and your food, and then the main dining rooms you go there and it's restaurant quality. So
Right, you can still go on a cruise without paying extra. Just pay the cruise fare, and when you do that, you can get food from the buffet. You probably can't get food from the restaurants, but you can go to the buffet and get some food.
And the main dining room is
You can get water from the restaurants. You can't get pop or soda. You can't get
bottled
alcoholic
water.
drinks. Nothing.
You can't get bottled water.
There's a lot of things that you're not going to be allowed to eat or drink.
Yeah, so even if you like your cappuccinos, your specialty
Right, you can't even drink coffee.
Yeah, so you have to pay for those
You have to pay
extra
extra. Yeah.
expenses.
Internet, you have to pay daily for internet. You just pay the whole week or the whole month or whatever, but there's a daily cost to internet as well.
So the next one is, you know, it can happen in all-inclusive resorts as well, land-based hotels, crowds and lines. So, you know, with thousands of people on board, common areas like the buffets or the pools.
Especially during sea days. Because, again, just comparing with the land-based hotel, in a land-based hotel, there's always a certain percentage of the guests that are out. It's almost impossible to have 100% of the guests inside a hotel resort in one day. Never. There are always, you know, a certain number of people outside. But on a cruise ship, especially on a sea day, 100% of all the passengers are on board because they got no place to go. So there will be lines when you have 100% of people on board.
And it can get crowded. So if you're afraid of crowds, then...
So take note of the buffet, because people like to eat, and the pools, because the pools can be full of people, because there's nowhere to go. Where do you go but the pool or eat?
And then there's also that because of crowds, there's a risk of illness.
Yeah, it comes with the territory when you have a huge number of people.
In close quarters.
Yeah, in small space.
Yeah.
I mean, a cruise ship is not a small space, but with the amount of passengers on board, it can feel small sometimes.
Yeah, so there's the risk of outbreaks
There's
like,
always,
you know, norovirus.
Because of people in close proximity.
And so, number one tip when you're on a cruise is to always wash your hands. So yeah, don't skip that part.
Yeah, I know it can be a hassle, but trust me, it's much worse to get sick on a cruise ship than washing your hands.
Yeah, this one, you want to talk about that? Environmental impact.
Yeah, I mean, there's environmental impact. People talk about that a lot. And yeah, sure, it's true because land-based hotels don't have diesel engines and propellers. And cruise ships always have to move, and they have engines. So they will have emissions. But, I mean, there are newer cruise ships coming out, such as the Sun
technology.
Princess and Star Princess coming out next year. And they are powered by natural gas, which burn cleaner. And no particulates getting into the air and falling back into the ocean.
Yeah.
So it's getting better. It's getting better. It's still not as clean as land-based hotels, but it's getting there.
Yeah, but there's also the waste, waste production.
Yeah, there's a lot of regulations that cruise ships have to abide by in terms of keeping garbage in. Most of them, I think, are pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But sometimes there are accidents when maybe garbage gets accidentally spilled into the ocean. And that can happen. I mean, in a land-based hotel, that's not an issue. If it falls down into the street, you just sweep it right back into the hotel. On a cruise ship, you can't. It falls into the ocean, it's gone.
And last but not the least is you get so spoiled.
Yeah, everything's done for you on a cruise ship.
You become lazy. So when you get back home, you're like, I have to cook food. I have to make my bed.
Like on Princess Cruises, they clean your room twice a day. So, for example, we get up, our beds are all all in disarray, and then we go out for breakfast. We come back before lunch. The room is clean again, and the bed's made. And then say we take an afternoon nap and just toss the bed around again. It's a big mess. And then we leave before dinner. Guess what? We come back after dinner, the room is clean again, like nothing happened.
Yeah. So
you're gonna get used to that, and then you get home, it's like, what? I have to make my own bed.
And it can get quite depressing.
Yeah, because nobody's following you around with food.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's our list. If we missed any, or
we forgot to mention anything, let us know. Just put a comment down on this video, and
if you want to add any other downsides, just put it on a comment below.
Or if you disagree with anything that we said, let us know.
Yeah, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that
Because
notification bell.
We'll have more informative videos about cruising and travel in general.
Live your best life, everyone.
We'll see you on our next video.